Hello, welcome back to another update video. Today is Wednesday, May 14th, 2025, and today is nothing special after what happened in the last episode, which of course was the 400th update video. Nope, nothing special today. Actually, it probably won't be for a while, actually. Till an update video lands on another special day. It's probably going to be a long while. Anyway, in all legitimate seriousness, let's begin. Last time we had 1,644 subscribers. Now we have 1,643. So we lost one. That's okay though. That normally doesn't bug me at all. Anyway, let's continue. Alright, let's see what's taken over. Okay. So we have Backyard Videos, Penguin Origins, Original Penguin, Lego Master 627's Creations, Claw Penguin Journey, chilling on Super PS. We have Creatorverse, Original Penguin again, Claw Penguin A-Take, Backyard Videos, Sunnylog 389, Saturday Stories for Why Missions on Lego's Island Feel Boring Now. Which, oh yeah, I really did admit some true facts in that one. I think I'm proud of that one. I'm also just proud in general to continuously get those out every week now, like I wasn't before. Anyway, Backyard Videos, Club Penguin Journey, Origins, and Antique Penguin, for hide and seek. Club Penguin Journey, Lego's Island, Universal Penguin, Penguin Origins, Creativerse, and last the update video from over a week ago. Holy frick, I posted the previous update video earlier than this one? Dang! Okay, that's kind of a shock. Although actually, I normally film these at completely random times all the time, so actually that's nothing. But before we go any further, let's talk about this banner. You see, if we get a closer look at this banner, it reads, Zoa's Lab 2 reopens May 15th. We're excited to reopen and see you all here again for more events, activities, and adventures. By Rose Crystal, myself, Lego Master 627, Mr. Sheep, and HQ Secretary. But that's not all. There's also this message. Zoa's Lab 3 reopens May 15th. We're excited to see you all here again after a needed break, and we hope you're ready for what's next. If that doesn't already make itself look obvious, it's pretty clear what we're about to get ourselves back into. That's right, after a 3-month-long break, since January/early February, the Lab series has returned. Hold on, give me a second, I'm gonna mute Discord before that gets more and more annoying. Okay, that should not be bothering us anymore. You really think we would have been talking about the lab's reopening without the one who owns it itself? We're referring to both of them, obviously. Yes, we have Rose Crystal here, and to be honest, it just makes sense. It just makes sense to have her here. How do you feel about the lab's reopening on May 15th?
Well, I generally think it's been long enough. I do want to see the labs open again, and now that I'm here, we can actually put that together.
Exactly, because if you guys do not know, for basically almost the entire time that the labs have been closed, she has not been here at all. She has only been here, I think, like once this whole time. Scratch that. 2 times, I think?
Yeah, like about.
I think you were here for like spring break in March and then Easter in April, so only like 2 times.
Yeah.
You've been here while the labs have been closed. And now that you're back fully, it just makes the most sense now to just do this.
Yeah, no, it does. It does.
It would have been really lame if I reopened the labs without you actually here, aka you, the one who opened, who literally owns the world. If I were to have reopened the entire labs without you here, that honestly, I'm not gonna lie, would be really dumb. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really make sense if you reopen them and then I'm not here. Sorry if I keep repeating stuff. I'm just a bit tired, so I didn't plan a script out for this.
No, honestly, you didn't need to. I normally never do. I don't know. I just go with it at this point. Mm-hmm. Anyway, in all seriousness, are you hoping for anything special when we reopen everything?
I mean, just to see the labs again. I mean, it literally has been like 4 or 5-ish months since we...
Probably like 3.5 months, give or take, or somewhere around there.
It's probably been longer for me because I haven't been home. But
yeah. And what's unfortunate is that she wasn't actually here when I closed them originally. That's actually not a joke, actually. That's serious. Like, you were not here when I closed them originally. So, that was already sad on its own. But, I will go into this saying, you guys should probably be excited. We have been working on some, hopefully original concepts in the past few months. I said hopefully, right? I don't know. But I will definitely say that this coming year, for the remainder of the year, will definitely be a bit different compared to what you've seen in previous years. We've taken the time over the past few months to think of, like, what could we do different now that we've hit 10 years? And more importantly, how do I do it without hopefully exhausting both of us in the process? And yes, I'm referring to you. Don't worry, I think we figured out a plan. But, for the time being, I think this will work out. For now. I don't know. Do you think it'll work out?
I think it will. I think you needed the time anyway when the labs closed, because you were really like taking on way too much, and it completely burned you out. I noticed it, and even off camera, I noticed it as well. It was getting to that point. To the point where, yeah, I legitimately was gonna do something if I didn't do something about it. Oh yeah, it was bad. But don't worry, it's been a few months. I feel much better about it now, and, well, yeah, no, we're back. Now, will this happen again? Where we go on a break with a certain series? Yeah, don't be surprised if that happens again sometime in the future with another series, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, don't be surprised if that happens again with a different series, because that probably might happen again at some point. Probably not for a while, but do not be surprised if something like this happens again. Because, yeah, we might get to that kind of point again, and I just hope we don't get to that point again. But with all that said, how do you feel about all of that? Good. I'm just glad we gave you yourself enough time to actually, recover from your burnout, and now we should be able to strive to make more original content. And way more original content than we've done in the last, I want to say, 7 to 8 years. Please! Okay, in all seriousness, that's it for the lab announcement. It'll be back on May 15th with the arrival of the Operation Reality event. How do you feel about that? I like it, and I know you've been talking about it a lot, and I know you're really excited to start it, so... Exactly, because this is meant to do a lot of changes that I feel are going to be needed across not just the lab series, but LEGO's Island and Creations World. Oh boy, there are a lot of things that need to be done. And things that I feel, or I think we both feel, might need to be done. And you'll know what that is throughout Operation Reality. All the missions will be connected across Zola's Lab 2, 3, LEGO's Island, and Creations World. All of them are connected to each other. So I will assure you, this will all make sense. With all that said, that's all I need you for. Alright. So, you ready for the chaos to return? Yeah. Alright. We hope to see you there. Okay, with that fun and incredible announcement out of the way, I'm glad I could just talk about that for a few minutes. Yes, I know, that wasted a good few minutes of the video, but you know what? That was a huge announcement that needed to get out anyway, so that's probably the biggest announcement of this whole video, personally. Oh, and before I go on the journey, let's make sure my volume's turned down. Because, boy, every time I go into the welcome room, it is loud. That's just because my volume's up really high. I don't know why. Okay, I am back. I have turned it down. So, hopefully, you should be... hopefully, don't hear the volume too loud. Just making sure my volume's at a good rate. Although, I just realized, though, what's even the point of doing that if I just mute it every time? But, to be honest, I don't know. It's crazy, though. I will not lie. Wait a second. Is anybody in the, nightclub by chance? Is anybody in here? Oh my god, there's a lot of people here.
Okay, there's not as many people here compared to when the event first released. Okay. That's just because a lot of people are here. That would make sense. Okay. So again, with that huge announcement out of the way, again, that's probably the biggest announcement in this whole video. And fun fact actually about that announcement you just heard regarding the labs reopening, that was actually supposed to be its own video. The thing is, I feel it just would have made a little more sense if we just did it here in the update video. I mean, a lot of stuff gets announced here, so something like that I think would have made more sense for something like this. But do know that it was supposed to be its own video. We just didn't have the time to get to it, so we thought, let's just cram it into the update video instead. And, yeah. So, with all that said, while we're on the topic of Operation Reality, last update video, I couldn't say a dang thing about it because it was 2 days before it was officially revealed. Now, originally, let me break this down for you. Originally, Operation Reality was going to only be a Legos Island exclusive, aka it was only going to be on Legos Island and nowhere else. To be personally real, putting them into the labs was kind of last minute because personally, I felt like it could have been cool just for Legos Island. I realize though, since Legos Island is not the only place getting some changes after Reality ends, I realized, if I remembered correctly, which I do, Creations World, aka Lego Master 627's Creations, and Zolas Up 2 and 3 are also receiving changes following Reality's conclusion on May 26th. So, it gave me the genius idea. Let's just put them all in this thing. And don't worry, if you think this is just going to require even more extra work, technically yes, but the good thing is that all the missions for Reality are basically just connected. What I mean by is that it'll work in all of the worlds respectively. Like, for example, the first mission, that one will work perfectly across all of the worlds. Obviously, I will not spoil what the missions are, since, of course, I obviously want to have them obviously be a surprise. Do know, though, that the missions are going to unlock on the following days. This is mainly going to include hold on. This is mainly going to include May 15th, so obviously the day it starts. Then we have May 19th. The reason why there is not a mission on May 17th is because that's Minecraft's anniversary, and I want to dedicate a whole episode to just celebrating that. And there'll also be a mini about that day, so next mission will be the 19th for mission 2. Then, mission 3 is going to be on May 21st, so literally right before the next update video comes out. And then, we also have mission 4 on May 23rd. And then lastly, May 25th is mission 5. And then, that's it! So yes, there are 5 completely original missions in this one. At least I pray that they are original. I said I pray that they are original, because I don't know. I've been trying to think long and hard about this over the past, I want to say, month now. It has been a very difficult process to come up with original missions, but I pray to you that this will work. I pray that all of this is going to work in my favor. Now, with all of that in mind, look out for that on May 15th. For not only the lab's return, but Operation Reality. That's going to be a fun one. So what else do we have to talk about? Personally, I'm not sure, because, well, with those 2 massive announcements out of the way, that's right, we do have Minecraft's 16-year anniversary on May 17th. So, like I said, a mini-event for Legos Island. And that's it. I think it's just going to be Legos Island this year, guys, for Minecraft's anniversary. I think I might try to squeeze one in to, I don't know, Creations World, maybe? I don't know. I'll think about that one. I don't know, maybe I might be able to squeeze one in there for Creations World. I'm not sure about the labs, though, since they would have just reopened. I'm not sure. We'll see where that goes. But definitely one for Lego Diamond and possibly Creations World. Oh boy, that's going to be something. But don't worry, the good news is about most of these is that they are mostly mini events. So these are very tiny. Oh, actually, speaking of the day of the next update video, May 21st, we actually have our next Sand Village remake in LEGO Master 6.7 Creations. What could it be? Find out on May 21st. Yeah, that's our next event remake. I know, after like almost an entire month. I know, crazy, right? Even though it's only been like 3 weeks. But don't worry, there's going to be one again on the 21st. And then there won't be one for a while after that. But, yeah, regardless, there is not much else to really say. I was checking to see if there were any notifications. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Creativerse, I will talk about, because with the labs returning, they are going to be on different days soon. I'm thinking of doing Tuesday and Saturdays for Creativerse soon. There's still going to be an episode on Thursday and then Sunday for Creativerse. I think actually it's going to stay there until Operation Reality is over. And then once Operation Reality is over, they'll move to Tuesday and Saturday. This is mainly because there is Nozzles at 3 episode on Sunday, May 18th, and Nozzle was at 2 episode on Thursday, May 22nd. The reason is because there are no missions for Operation Reality that day, for those 2 days respectively. So Creativerse will still take their spots on May 18th and 22nd respectively. And then after that, it will change to Tuesday and Saturdays starting, I think, May 27th. Hold on a second. I think that's a Tuesday, right? Let me just take a quick look. It is a Tuesday, right? Yep. Okay. It is a Tuesday. Okay. Just want to make sure I don't get the date wrong. But no, that's it. That's it. I really got nothing else to talk about other than the fact that next time we have, well, some more stuff to talk about. We have an anniversary to talk about next time. We have some Memorial Day related stuff to talk about next time. Yeah, no. We got a lot of stuff to talk about next time. It's going to be really cool. And now with the labs returning, that's also really cool, right? Anyway, in all seriousness, I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, right. That's going to be on May 21st. You guys would have known that by now.